Hive Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into different band, different artists, and we rank all the records from worst to best. We give our biggest banger and sticker from each of them. This week we are doing the Hives. We're doing their 7 records, and we're going to try to have a good time doing it. My name is Tyler, and out there hundreds of miles away is Jeff. While you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. That's what the kids say. So normally we start with the 6 degrees of Tom DeLonge, where we connect the band of the week to our boy Tom DeLonge and Blink. But I did not do my homework this week. Did you do it?
I mean, it's pretty easy. They had songs that were produced by Josh Homme, so you can just...
Yeah, I mean, that's an easy connection. But
we've done that numerous times.
Too easy. But I didn't do it. All right, so let's get into this. 7 records from the Hives. Let's do it. Number 7. What do you got? Go.
Scroll. Number 7, the Black and White album. Racist. Their 4th record, 2007. This is kind of a bizarre record. It's their longest, probably their most ambitious record. I just don't think there's like a common theme or any sort of cohesion with these songs. Like they had a ton of songs that they had written, like 20 other demos and B-sides and shit. So I don't know why they didn't choose one to replace the instrumental track. Right? That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like, why do you have that thing in there? It makes no fucking sense. And it's almost 3 minutes long, and it doesn't flow. It doesn't do anything for the record. It just sounds weird. But this is just like an indie rock record that's flirting with being too pop while trying hard to suppress like their garage rock punk roots. But still not a bad record. I still enjoyed it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, they have no bad records. There's not a bad record in sight.
I don't think they have a bad record, and I don't think they have any song that's a stinker.
No.
There's some songs that are kind of questionable.
There's one song that I thought, you're getting close to a stinker, but it was still fun. It was endearing. Otherwise,
was it from this record?
No, it wasn't from that. Wait, no. I don't know. I have to check my notes. I don't think it is.
Because my weakest song here is Hives, Hives. This is kind of like their funk song, but they sing this kind of like childlike, high-pitched voice. And they also spell their name like on B, like Hives. And it's so dumb and Devo, but it was also produced by Pharrell. And so, okay, that makes sense. And so I appreciate what they're doing. They're branching out and just exploring, just doing whatever they want to do. But I still didn't like that song. But the banger's Tick, Tick, Boom, the opener. Like, that's a fucking banger of a song.
Big single.
And big single. And that thing was everywhere, dude. Commercials, TVs, promos, video games. Good Lord. And there was some controversy, too, after the Boston bombing, or the Boston Marathon bombing.
I forgot about that.
They played a show. That was like 2013, 14. They played a show in Boston, and they like to feed off the crowd. So the crowd's getting raucous, and they're like, "All right, man, the next song's for you, Boston, because you are going crazy right now." And then it was like Tick, Tick, Boom.
Wow, and
like 100% completely innocent, just got lost in the moment, but tone deaf as fuck. But of course he apologized, and they already forgave him because, like, dude, he did not mean that whatsoever, and everybody knew that. But it was apologize and move forward. That's it. See, good, good.
All right, so my number 7, Lex Hives, 5th record from 2012, the last with bassist Dr. Matt Destruction. There's literally nothing wrong with this album. I don't think, like I said, I don't think they have a bad record. Most of their songs are fun. Like, at the worst, the songs are fun. And this is also self-produced, funded. So this is a little bit weird for the band because they worked with some big producers like Neptunes and Timbaland on a bunch of songs that were never released, as far as I know. But so they've done all the highs, and now this is like self-funded is kind of like the lowest of the low. It's bad as that sounds. But anyway, the album is still really good. It's just not quite as exciting as the earlier stuff. Some good catchy hooks and stuff all throughout the record, but overall it doesn't have that bite, that punch that the Hives have, like the really distorted, overdriven guitars, the kind of wild spastic vocals and all of that. It just falls a tiny bit flat, but still solid. Stinker, Wait a Minute, banger, 1,000 Answers. There you go.
1,000 Answers. Okay.
Lex Hives is my number 7. What do you got for number 6?
That's my number 6, Lex Hives. Yeah, self-produced, self-release, self-everything. Like, Universal didn't want to extend them, and they're just like, okay, fuck it, then we'll just self-produce. And it's a good addition. This is a good addition to their strong discography. If this was their last record, they definitely would have gone out on a very, very low note, and that kind of sucks. But because they have 2 bangers after this, this one's kind of like, it's fine. This is one that has other bonus tracks that were produced by Josh Homme. But there's definitely questionable stuff here. Like, I Want More, that song clearly borrows that main riff from Back in the dun, 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 that's a Back in Black riff through and fucking through. And it makes sense.
There's like an Arctic Monkeys thing on one of these, not on this album, but on another record.
They also, supposedly like they asked him and he said yes or whatever, but they borrowed the ELO, Don't Bring Me Down, Don't Bring Me Down. They borrowed that fucking chorus and Go Right Ahead. That's my weakest song. Because like, dude, come on. They even credit Jeff Lynne in there. Because this, I don't know. That's just cheesy as fuck, and I don't like that.
At least they credit him. They didn't just fucking.
But we don't know. I couldn't. As far as I could tell, I couldn't tell whether or not they credited him as an afterthought because they got caught, or if they asked him beforehand, like, "Hey, can we use your thing in our song?" Or if they did the song, like, "Holy shit, that's an ELO song," right? I couldn't find which one of those 3 examples it happened. But these spectacles reveal the nostalgic. That was my banger, fucking perfect punk rock song, catchy chorus, fast verses, just fun riffing. And these guys, that's what they do best. That's all I want.
Okay.
That's all I want.
All right. So my number 6 is Tyrannosaurus Hives, 3rd record from 2004. Still a great record. Like I said, still a great record. But it's just really keeping with the Veni Vidi Vicious kind of feel. This is almost like the B-sides to that record. That's not in a bad, I'm not saying that in a negative way at all. It's just, there wasn't, like, every record kind of has their own identity, but this is the only one that doesn't. It just sounds too much like the last one. And it also makes sense because Veni Vidi Vicious was massive. It was wildly popular. So it makes sense to come out with a record that sounds just like it, and that's what this is. So I don't have anything negative outside of that to say about it. Banger is Love and Plaster. I do really like that song a lot. Because we're also going to get into our top 10 Hives songs at the end, and this did make my top 10. Stinker, Diabolic Scheme. I mean, really, just because I had to kind of pick a stinker. I don't know.
Okay.
A lot of the stinkers are just because I had to pick one.
Sure.
Not because they're not because they're bad songs, but because I had to do it. So, what do you got for number 5? Go.
Number 5, Barely Legal, their first record, 97. Skate punk, dude. This is late 90s skate punk. And
Killer.
it's up and coming in the US, and these guys probably heard a lot of like Pennywise and Rancid and NoFX and like, oh, we could do that, and it's fucking cool and it's fun and it's exciting, but it's pretty one-dimensional. You can hear like the 50s inspired garage rock like aesthetic bleed through in some of these songs, and that's kind of cool. Like some of their choruses are kind of big, as they will fully explore in Veni Vidi, and other times like their tones, like how they switch up their tones isn't like Pennywise. It's more in line with Tyrannosaurus Hives. But still, it's just like, I mean, this is still like a fucking, maybe even a 2. This is still solid. Like I could listen to this whole record through and still be happy, not skip any track. But it is a little one-dimensional for me, I guess. Banger, AK Idiot. I mean, like, this has to be your number 1. That's fucking wild. Old banger that you don't hear for 10 years, and then you immediately, holy shit, that's wild. I fucking forgot about this one. And then my stinker, or my worst song, was Blackjack. It's the more kind of classic, kind of Hives sound, like rock and roll, but it's just kind of weird in this record. That's it.
Okay.
You gotta pick something.
Okay, yeah. Number 5 for me, Black and White album, 4th record from 2007. You mentioned earlier, Neptunes were involved with this one. Jackknife Lee was also involved. And then, outside of what was on the record, Timbaland did some songs with them as well. But yeah, 45 minutes doesn't seem like a long time, but for the Hives, it's a long time. Like, you got to have, like, at the most 35 minutes, 32 minutes for the Hives. And you got a solid, compact record. That's what you need with this band. But yeah, no, this is it's a lot poppier, a lot more dance elements to this one as well. But it still keeps with a little bit of the edge from the early stuff. So I think it was a fun little experiment going into that more pop realm, but I'm glad they didn't continue on with it and just kind of double down on the pop and just try to make like a pop hit. I'm glad they reverted back a bit and did what they're best at, which we'll get into later. But Yeah, Black and White Album, still cool record. Banger, You Got It All Wrong. Stinker, Giddy Up. Reminds me a lot of Devo. Just kind of a silly song, but it's not bad. But I kind of had to pick a stinker, so I chose that one. Giddy Up. So what do you got for 4?
Tyrannosaurus Hives. Third record, 2004. Best part about this is the progression for the band. It's very, very close to being just the B-sides to Veni Vidi, but I do think that they're getting more nuanced here. They're getting tighter. There's better guitar playing here. There's better drumming here. Everything feels tighter. And like the garage rock is here, and what's cool is like they went just full on in like the hard stereo mix, which I think is really cool. And it's fun. It's fun. I don't think there was a moment on this record I felt like they slowed down in any way. So it was just like non-fucking stop. But some of the songs were kind of slower. Like Veni Vidi, we'll talk about. Like everything sounds the same on Veni Vidi.
Kind of does.
Like, for fucking sure. At least in Tyrannosaurus, like Walk Idiot's my favorite one from here. Because that guitar riff, I fucking love that guitar riff. It's so slow. It's so cheesy. It's so dumb. And like Pele's just yelling the entire time. Right? And it's just it's a much more stripped down song, but it feels so big. Antidote was my weaker song. It was a closer. Had him doing these high pitched oohs. I wasn't too fond of that.
Okay. That's fine. It's not bad at it, though.
He's not bad at it, but...
All right, so my number 4, The Hives Forever. Forever the Hives. 7th record, last record, or the most recent record from August of this year, 2025. This one, it was actually produced by the singer. Is it Pele or Pele? Pele. And Mike D from the Beastie Boys produced this record. This album's solid, man. It's not quite as catchy as their earlier records, but damn, this is like just another solid throwback to what they do best. I mean, they did it better on the record before it, but this is just like good fucking Hives. And what is it? Almost 30 years later, they're still fucking killing it, still fucking nailing it. And most bands can't say that. Like they're just hitting on all cylinders. I just thought this record was so good. I was so shocked at how good their later records are. They're really fucking good. So it's the best of the best that Hives can put out, and they're doing it in 2025. So there's not a lot of nuance to talk about with the Hives. So I know we're just kind of repeating ourselves, but
it's true.
But no, this is a killer record. I dig it. Banger, OCDOD, love that song. Stinker, Legalized Living. This is one of the songs that it's not a stinker, but it's definitely a low tier song. Didn't really like Legalized Living. So number 4.
That's something.
Number 4, The Hives Forever the Hives. So what do you got for number 3?
Veni Vidi Vicious, number 3, album of the week.
There you go. That's fun. Number 3 for me, The Death of Randy Fitzsimmons, 6th record from 2023. This is just, God, somebody's fucking doing donuts out there or something.
What kind of donuts?
Just fucking chocolate donuts. But
actually, chocolate, whatever. Maple bars, where it's at.
No, maple bars are like the worst. The
worst. What do you think the best donut is?
I like just like the chocolate top donuts.
So chocolate bar.
Yeah, chocolate bar. Yeah.
It's fucking boring.
I don't even really like donuts that much, but
oh God,
I can go the rest of my life and never eat a donut again.
That's, you know what I still do? Like to this day, like if the kids want donuts, I'll get donuts. I will just get myself a maple bar and a chocolate, or not chocolate, but like a sprinkled one, like a pink sprinkled, like a Simpsons one. Just eat the tops. The bottom, I just throw it away.
No, you're fucking crazy. I haven't had
the kids do that
in like 7 years.
If the kids were to do that, I would say, if you don't eat that bottom, I'm not buying you donuts anymore. Dude, I'm telling you. It's the most adult-like flex is to go to a donut shop, buy like whatever donut you want, just eat the top and throw away the bottom.
I've never done that. Never thought. No. Do you do that with maple bars too?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You only eat the top?
Yeah, like a corn on the cob, just like that.
Are you serious? You fucking animal. I've gone to so many donut shops with you. I've never seen you do that.
Yeah, I didn't used to do that, but I actually did that when I was a kid, and then I stopped doing it for a long time. But then I do it now.
Wow. We used to go to the donut shop a lot growing up.
Oh yeah, the
Early
one
20s.
by John's, right?
That one, and then also over by your house in Woodgate.
Oh yeah,
We used to go to that one too. Yeah. Kenny's
that one was
Donuts.
shit.
Kenny's Donuts. Still there.
Is it still there?
It's still called Kenny's Donuts too. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
That was a good place.
Yeah.
Dude, in donut shops, I have like the best fucking chocolate milk.
Dude, yeah, it's always super
Good
fucking cool.
God.
Yeah, no, the chocolate, because it's always in a carton too.
Yeah, those like
Gotta have the
square,
carton.
kind of like, or like rectangular cylinder looking things.
Yeah. Oh no,
Right?
those
With
ones. No, I'm talking about the carton. I like the carton ones.
Like where you have to like do
You have
like
to peel it open.
maneuvering.
Yeah, you have to maneuver and peel it open. That's the best because you get like
And
that.
if your
that-
hand's a little
that thick
wet,
one.
then you fuck the
You're
whole
fucked.
thing up.
Yeah.
I like the ones where you have to twist the plastic cap off, where it's
Those
in
are
like
good
the
too.
rectangular cylinders. Just
Yeah.
like I think it's like whole milk, which is like a lot of chocolate. It's nice
so
and
good.
thick. Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, yeah, I don't. I haven't had a donut in so many years.
We're getting donuts.
Nah, dude.
We're getting donuts.
Donuts in the fucking afternoon because we don't wake up till like 11 o'clock when I'm out there.
Like 10.
But by the time we leave your house, it's like 11 or 11:30.
I'm gonna buy Tammy a new coffee machine too, because like every time I drink coffee, it's like I get like this much.
We don't drink coffee here. No, we don't drink coffee here. We only have it for guests that come over.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I definitely don't drink it. She rarely ever drinks coffee.
Drink monsters.
No, that's the way she goes. Anyway, so Death. Wait, I didn't even finish this record. Yeah, Death of Randy Fitzsimmons. This is just a killer fucking record. I don't even remember where I left off at. I just really like this record. I would get this on vinyl. My top three I would get on vinyl. I thought this was incredible. I mean, 2023. How did they come out with a record like this so late into their career?
Yeah.
These guys are old. These guys are like in their early 50s, and they're still putting out quality fucking bangers. So yeah, banger, Trapdoor Solution, Stinker, What Did I Ever Do to You? The riff is straight up Arctic Monkeys. It's that famous Arctic Monkey song like 10 years ago. That was in like all the whiskey commercials. At least here in the States.
Commercials.
But yeah, anyway, yeah, The Death of Randy Fitzsimmons. It's a cool record. It's a really, really good record. 2023. So crazy. So what do you got for number 2?
2023. Number 2, The Death of Randy Fitzsimmons. Their 6th record, 2023. I went back and forth on this one as to where I should put it.
Wait, so the new record's your favorite record?
Dude, the new record fucking is
wild.
amazing.
That's
It is absolutely
crazy.
amazing. And I'll get into why it's
Wow.
amazing later on.
Okay.
This record feels so incredibly fresh for 2023, but it also fits right in with the explosion of this early 2000s garage rock. This could have come out in 2002, and I still been like, oh, that's pretty fucking good. But because it came out in 2023, I'm like, holy fucking shit. This is so much better. These guys rock harder and faster than so many punk bands that are putting out punk records now.
True.
Like, it's fucking wild. And it opens up with the Playing Crazy Train, the and it morphs into its own wildness. These songs are incredibly melodic. They have their own personalities. I think it's very low and heavy, so like the bass is turned up, and I love it. It was recorded in a studio that was owned by one of the guys from ABBA, so I think I can't help but think that like a danceable atmosphere just bled through in a lot of these songs, and Pele said it best when he was talking about this record. He says, rock and roll can't grow up. It's a perpetual teenager. And I was like, fucking A, man. Like, if you're going to say that, like, then you have to bring it, right? Like, you can't just say that shit and then put out like a fucking Coldplay record. They bring it every time.
Which a lot of bands would do that shit.
But exactly. They would say that, like, oh, it's a perpetual teenager. And then the next record would fucking suck. But this rips in every way that the Hives... Like, the Hives just don't ever need to make a big comeback, right? They just put out the same high-energy, catchy rock and roll music that we want to hear. And it's fucking fun. Like, sometimes it's memorable and iconic and classic, but it's never anything just more than that. And they never try to be anything more than that. And, like, for that, it's absolutely perfect. Smoke and Mirrors, dude, this is a fucking dope Clash song. This is an amazing, amazing song. This made my top 10 through and through. Stick Up, I don't think there's a worse song on this record, like, at all. Stick Up, I just wanted to talk about because it sounds just like Against Me, and I thought that was cool.
Oh, is that
But
cool,
like,
though?
But like the Searching for a Form of Clarity Against Me, not the new wave Against Me.
What was that one? What was that one Against Me record that I really liked? That I didn't.
Was it not called? I thought it was called New Wave. No,
was it called? It might have been. I don't remember. But it was like
or
the
New
best.
Again, or the one with the tiger on the front.
Yeah, the one with the tiger on the front. Yeah,
it
wasn't New Again.
Sucked. Like literally their worst record.
That was the best record they've ever put out.
Yeah, if you have shit ears, we have cloth ears.
Against Me are not good. Against Me are not good.
Yeah, not good for your cloth ears.
Not even British, man. You can't even say that.
That's fucking funny.
All right, so my number 2 is Vinny Vinny Vicious, the album of the week. So what is your number 1?
Fucking punk record's my number 1.
What is your number
fucking
1?
Tyler. I don't care about bands or anything as long as it's just punk, but then someone tells me listen to a punk band, I'll pretend not to like it. Fucking the Hives forever. Forever the Hives, baby. 7th record, 2025.
So
absolute banger through and through. This is 100% vinyl worthy. There were multiple songs in here that were beyond bangers. And I think on the album of the week, there's only 2 like true like beyond. But there's one beyond banger, and then one like that's a fucking banger. But this had multiple beyond bangers, and I think like the Hives just did a great job at putting out an indie rock record that's so much more textured than you think. It's dope. They've matured so much, but they still keep their punk edge in there in a way that like your cool dad would, but you don't think that he's cool right now until you're older and you're like, holy fuck, he was actually really dope. Like Legalized Living. Dude, the fact that you hate this song is silly boy talk. They throw that police siren in the background.
I didn't hate it, but it was certainly the worst song on the record.
This is a punk track. Like they throw that police siren in the background, and the song is a very, very punk rock song. And they don't even try to hide it or like texture it into the song. It's just there to make noise. So it's not quite like a Devo thing where they're building a song around it. It's just to be annoying. It's just to be annoying, to be loud, to make sure that you have not forgot that this is what we're all about. It's just making fucking noise. They've kept the garage rock pop sound that popularized them on songs like Roll Out the Red Carpet. This record it oozes confidence. It oozes maturity, but it never sacrifices the fun. Not even one time. And like my stinker here, my worst song is just the introduction. But I think it's a good fucking introduction. I just had to cheat and put something there.
Okay.
But I think it's a good introduction that sets up the album absolutely fucking brilliantly. But OCDOD, dude, this song is bonkers. Absolute bonkers. It is so fucking good. That classic preachy wail, fast drums, as per usual, as what he does.
Mm-hmm.
This is a perfect song. And this record was incredible. Their best record.
That's okay. That's surprising. It's honestly
and like
surprising.
This is one of those times where like we don't care like that much. We're not like Hivesmen or whatever. But I feel like besides Barely Legal, that's not their best record. But like had you put Vinny Vinny Vicious as number 1, I wouldn't have really argued. If you put any of their records except for Black and White or Barely Legal, I really wouldn't have argued because they all could be their best record. But Barely Legal is stupid. That's a dumb best record.
So that is my favorite record, and I will say this. Well, once again, I'll say that none of these records are bad by any means, and honestly, a lot of my rankings could fluctuate because outside of Vinny Vinny Vicious and Tyrannosaurus Hives, I've never heard anything else from this band ever. So this is a very knee-jerk reaction. We also only gave ourselves 2 days to listen to their entire discography,
and we only needed one.
I mean, yeah, she really because the records are so short. But in the end, we usually give ourselves a week to listen to everything. But we gave ourselves 2 days. And, I like Barely Legal a lot. I like punk music. I like faster music. I like more aggressive music. And that's what this is. It's the first album from 1997. And I get what you said with like, oh, you know, these guys are from Sweden. And they're like, oh, they just heard Rancid or Pennywise or whatever fucking bad religion for the first time, and they just said, let's make a fucking record like that, and they did, and honestly, I think they did it really fucking well because they added their own feel, their own charm to this album as well, because it's not as like bombastic and loud and fast as those bands, but there's a lot of fucking charm here. I fucking love it.
I'm not saying it's bad. This is better than most of Pennywise. This is better than most of Bad Religion.
Yeah.
This is better than a lot of NoFX.
Yeah.
But this is not their best. That's all I'm saying.
So at this point, I disagree with you. It could change. My rankings could change.
It should change now. Like you should just change it now. Save yourself the ridicule.
So I do like this record a lot. I think it's killer. Banger, aka Idiot. I completely forgot this is a fucking. I actually never knew this was a Hive song, and I do remember this radio show I used to listen to for many years. Tim Conway Jr. They used to play that opening part as bumper music. Never knew it was for probably 7 years. They would play that as a bumper music back into the show. Never knew it was the Hives until Friday. Until 3 days ago. I never knew it was the Hives. And it's such a fucking killer song. I love that riff and just the back and forth and the way they play off each other is it's so fucking cool. Stinker, because I had to choose one. The Stomp, because it's mostly instrumental, some weird vocals, but whatever. It makes sense in the context of how kind of dumb the record is and how straightforward the record is. I still like it. So, Barely Legal, killer fucking record. So it's on my want list. It was just repressed a few years ago. So if I come across it in the wild, I'm for sure going to pick it up. I do have the original, the OG Swedish press on my want list. Cheapest copy goes for about $90, $110. But
which one? Isn't there like a music on vinyl pressive or something? Because we got one in. I think we might still have it. Yeah, we might still have it, to be honest.
I don't know if because I think there was like a 2022 pressing. I don't know if it was music on vinyl or not, but the original OG Swedish pressing from '98, that one's like about $100 for the cheapest copy. So, but honestly, I would get Barely Legal, Veni Vidi Vicious, and I would get The Death of Randy Fitzsimmons. All killer records. So, anyway, that's all I got for this one. You got anything else?
That's it.
All right, so thank you all for listening. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. And we're going to get into Veni Vidi Vicious the best we know how, because there's not much to talk about. So, yeah, that's it. That's all.
Good.